One of the misconceptions or something that people in Bangladesh always think about us people who are living abroad is that we are extremely well off. Now, of course, those of you that live in the UK, you know full well that that is not always the case, that people have a class system. You know, you have a working class, you have a middle class, and then you have the other classes. As I've been here in Bangladesh educating you guys, I've also been trying to educate the people of Bangladesh that I meet. People in Bangladesh always seem to think that we are, the ones that come over here are always up there. And that is obviously not the case. I've tried to explain to them that, you know, there's people in England who are struggling to put food on their table, who are struggling to clothe their children and themselves, such that there are food banks. But for some reason, they don't seem to believe it. You know, there's that thing that people make a joke about, how people in Bangladesh think that money is growing on trees and that's how we get our money. And I think that's largely our fault, because I remember when, you know, like some of my family members would go back abroad 20, 30 years ago and they save all their money and you know, go and flaunt it in Bangladesh. And I think that's the problem. The people from the UK, when we go over to to places like Bangladesh, we flaunt the wealth, the little wealth that we have, that we've collected for this trip, too much. And then this is where they get that false idea that this is always the case. Because when we come here, the currency of the UK is a lot higher than here in Bangladesh. I mean, £1 can really stretch you know, really far here. And when we spend money in front of them, this is what they are seeing. They think that this is the norm, this is how we live. And that's not the case, because those same people, some of those same people, I'm not saying everybody, sometimes those people who are flaunting, when they come over here, they go back and they go back to, like, you know, jobs that where they really have to struggle to earn that money. The struggle is real, and I think we have a responsibility when we come over to places like Bangladesh to be humble and live humbly and live the way that we normally live. Yes, enjoy yourself a little bit. You are on holiday. You know, you have worked hard to come back, but imagine the impression that you're leaving behind. The people that you're meeting when you're over here in Bangladesh and how they're feeling. Because this is why you have this whole issue of people wanting to go to the UK on, you know, visas, and they go over there and then they start struggling. They're not living how they were living here. Here, they might have their own room, air conditioned, you know, they're living a very easy lifestyle. But when they go over there, they're sharing a room with 10 other people from different countries or different parts of the same country. You know, they're going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home with very little rest in between. So I think this is our responsibility. I've been trying to educate them as best as I could. I mean, one guy said to me, so what, you guys can afford to give us a few thousand taka here and there. And I said to them, look, we have to work hard for our money. I mean, nobody's giving me things for free. For every pound I earn, I have to work hard for it. So what makes you think that you're special, that I should work hard for my money and give that over to you? Because what's happening is you start developing a lazy mindset and you start thinking, oh, this is, you know, what will happen. I just have to chill out here in Bangladesh. I've got relatives abroad who send money to me. I'll use that to buy myself a nice lifestyle. I'll buy a motorbike. I'll chill out with my friends. I'll go and eat up in different places. And this is it. They are not doing any hard work. And I've been speaking to lots of different people here in Bangladesh on the streets who tell me that this is a disease that is affecting the youth. When they have people who are living abroad, they have relatives or older brothers and sisters who have gone over there and they keep sending money back, it's actually more damaging than any good to them. And I think, you know, this is something that I found here on my visit. I'm trying my best to educate them, to show them our lifestyle as well, that it's not as they think it is, that we do face a struggle. You just don't see it until you go over there yourself. So let me know, guys, what you think about this. You know, this is not just a one-way opinion. This is something that I have observed, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Bye for now.